What's going on? Welcome back into the channel. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. As you guys can see, it's about 7 or 8 feet higher than the last trip. Oddly enough, we have not had a drop of rain here. It's all coming from upstream. But as you guys may or may not know, fish tend to work upstream during the spawn, back downstream afterwards. So we're about 30 yards downriver from where we were fishing. Hopefully the fish have moved kind of up here. So we're going to get the rods out here. We're going to check the chat, see what's going on. I could not afford night crawlers, so guess what I did? Yep, I spent 2 days digging the suckers. Yep, I spent 2 stupid days digging these 60 worms. This one I've just got like our ounce weight on here. Just gonna flail that out there. And I've got all 3 rods out today. Because I want as much chance as I can to catch some fish down here. And with the increasing, water levels, you really need to well, the fish tend to spread out quite a bit. Because with the higher the water, the more shoreline you have to fish. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. Our spot we were fishing before, where we were getting them buffalo carp and everything, it's right over there, but unfortunately I'd need probably about 6 ounces of weight to hold in that spot. And I don't think they're holding there, because they don't like holding in that super, super, super heavy current. Well, that's been my perspective over the years. If they can come out of the current, they'll hold in those particular spots. And yeah, we might have some trouble here holding even in this spot, because I kind of tried to choose a spot where there was a lot of sandbanks so as not to lose all my daggone weights. So you guys just tuning in. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Yep, tomorrow's back to friggin' work. I know. One of the benefits of being a YouTube angler is that you can kind of work around your schedule. Now, you don't make a lot of money per se, but you can fish a little bit more. It's not like this is work, to be honest. I mean, this is fun. Not a lot of people get to do what they love. All right, I think that'll work. Nice little gob of red worms. You know what? I kind of should have, to be honest, I should have. What I should do here is I kind of should throw the one down here first, one down there second, one down there third. I mean, obviously, so the lines don't cross each other. Hang on, folks. I'll be with you in just a minute. Got to get these rods out. I don't know about this stuff. Sometimes you can do pretty good. Sometimes it's but who knows? I mean, we're trying. I'm down here. Might as well get the feed on. Might as well get to fishing. You never know. Never know unless you try. All right, this one it's got to be reeled in, obviously, so I can kind of position these water rods right. And I'm probably throwing out too far with that one. If I remember correctly, this is like a cliff drop-off right here. So, yeah, that's going to be flipped right there. And this can be flipped right out here. And then this one can be flipped right out here. All right. We are set. And what that's going to do, all these rods are going to drift down current, obviously, but they're going to be stacked on top of one another. So hopefully they won't get, wrapped up as much. And this is tough even getting the camera feed on here. You guys are on a slant like this. Yeah, it's tough right now. we got a nice little shoreline we can try out down here. And our little spot down there has kind of disappeared, where we're getting the blue cat and the buffalo and everything. We're a few yards upriver. Hopefully these fish have migrated just a little bit upstream. Oh, wrong account. Switch her over to the right account here. All right, we are on. All right, obviously you guys are just tuning in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What's going on? Jay Fishing, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Jay Fishing says, hope the fish bite. Well, yeah, I'm hoping so too, Jay. We also have, let's see, Seth is balling. What is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Bro's going to catch it. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Let's see. Seth Johnson, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you, buddy. What is going on? Seth says, sorry I'm late. Just woke up. Yeah, I just got out. It took me forever today. Seth says, hey, Jay Fishing. Let's see. Savage Owl, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Seth says, sleep apnea problem. Yeah, mine was, I'm sorry to hear about that, Seth, but, yeah, mine was, it's a change in hour. You know, that messed me up last night. I didn't get to sleep till probably 3:30 or 4 in the morning, and by the time I got up, it was 9 o'clock. I didn't have time to upload any shorts. At Sigurall with the laughing and the Jay. What's up, Pop? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What's going on? So, what's up, Pop says, hey, Mike. Yeah, I got 80% charge in this, so that should hold her so we can keep up with the chat. Yeah, that current is ripping down here. Even a 1 ounce weight is not really holding well. Yeah, we got a jig head crawler on this one, a half ounce of weight on this one, and we got an ounce of weight on this one. Now this one's straight to the bottom. That one's got about a maybe 2 or 3 inches off the bottom. This one's in, say, 3 or 4 feet. That one's in about 7 or 8. This one's in about maybe 8 to 10. Yep, I broke out all 3 rods. Of course, this one's got like 6-pound fluoro on it. It's right by the bank, though. Of course, some of the biggest fish I get down here are like this close to the bank down here. I have no idea why this water's raising up like this, but it is. CJ Fishing says, what's Pop's doing? Hey. What's Pop doing? Hey. Jay Fishing says, see what Pop says, 10 subs away from 200. Awesome, folks. If you guys could, you know, kind of, if you guys haven't subbed up to Pop, let's get him up to that 200. Yeah, we're just getting started. I think the feed's like maybe 5 or 6 minutes long. First cast out here. We haven't even rebaited. And I'm thinking maybe that little point over there might be doing good too, because these back currents sometimes are the ones that hold some good fish. They'll, as the fish migrate up the river, you know, to spawn, they'll kind of stop, and these back currents kind of take a rest, grab a snack or something if they can, start working upstream again. They're kind of like gas stations, like off the main highway is the river out there. So they're moving up there. Every once in a while, they'll stop here, take a rest, and then start moving back upstream. Make sense? Let's see. Robbie, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Robbie says, mushrooms are out. Huh. Jay Fishing says Mississippi River in St. Louis. Yep. We're about a quarter of a mile upriver from the arch. So Glenn, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? See, Robbie says, hi, enjoy. See, what do we have? Kanzi, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Yeah, we're down on the river, down in the arch, down by St. Louis. Yeah, right down by the river, by that brush pile. I'm thinking it. This is just our first start. So Danny, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Robbie says, I think the ponds would be same fish. Some fish there. Yeah, there are some ponds around here. I fished yesterday at a local pond called one little bitty bass, one pretty decent, like pound largemouth, and there's a bite. Yeah, he ding ding ding. Yeah, one pretty decent largemouth. The day before that, I popped. Yeah, he's hitting it. I hit a pretty good school of crappie. And now he's hitting the other one. Yeah, there might be some fish here. Yeah, there's a big difference between the current, kind of bouncing and because it does it far more erratically if you get a bite. Just check out that live feed from yesterday. It wasn't all that great. It's like an hour and a half long, but I did catch a fish. Let's see, Robbie says, hi, Glenn. Robbie says, are you in Ohio? No, like we're in St. Louis, Missouri. See, Riverfront Baits, what is going on, my friend? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Riverfront says, brother Jay, yahoo. Let's see, Timothy says, hi, Glenn. Did I miss? Nope. That one did get a bite. Glenn says, hi, Timothy. If I'm going to re-reel these, I have to make sure I reel in this one over here first. Might just be casting it out too far, to be honest. I'll try in a little closer when cast. This is, like I said, it's a really steep drop-off right here. We probably go down, the level of this water will probably go down about 8 or 10 feet, right just where I hit. And that should hold us a little better in this current. Don't rip us all the way down to the daggone arch. We've got a decent chance of catching a lot of different species of fish down here. There's a decent amount of buffalo carp, grass carp, channel catfish, blue catfish, occasional white bass, sauger, walleye. There's a lot of different species down here. Now, you don't get many of those like white bass, sauger, and walleye unless they're running or something, but they're definitely down here because I catch them all the time. Especially when I fish for them, but hard pressed to catch a pound walleye when you can catch a 10-pound buffalo carp. See, Riverfront says, I don't know, back in the day when we were fishing, we didn't have phones. Yeah, this is kind of it's kind of like just fun to be out here, sharing the day with you guys, enjoying the river. Mind you, guys are lucky I've got the mic feed on because there's a massive crane just sitting there. He's been sitting there for 2 hours. I was kind of waiting for him to move, but he never has. See, Glenn says, I have the time. Yeah, I hate the time change too. It really messed me up this morning. Because when I woke up, I saw it, you know, like it was supposed to be light. And I thought it was like raining or something because, you know, it was so dark. And it took me like an hour to realize that the clocks had switched over. So that was kind of a nuisance. And that just messed my whole morning up. Hang on back. I'm be back. Just gonna grab my coffee. One problem with running the scooter is you cannot carry any type of beverage in a cup. It has to be sealed in a container because you're gonna bounce around on that sucker like you wouldn't believe. And see, that's holding perfectly out there right now. I cast that about 7 or 8 feet further and it just drifts downstream. Ugh. That's good. Even cold, coffee tastes good down here. I guess everything tastes a little better when you're down on the water. Let's see, what do we have in Riverfront, J Fishing. Reaper, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? And Julie, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you, Mrs. Thunderstruck. Julie says, hey, Mike, me too. I woke up. Yeah, that stuff just messes up. Confused. I was like, what the heck? Did I sleep an entire day off again or something? Which has happened before. Oh, yeah, Reaper, let me come over here and because I have to do this on my main cell phone, unfortunately. Oh, we are like blurred the heck, aren't we? Yeah, we are blurry. The Reaper. All right, there you go. All right. Just tap where the rods are. Hopefully you guys can see it. Yeah, even though that doesn't look straight, it is. 15 people in, 20 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, looks good on your side. All right. And let me do this too. So you guys can, you know, sub and all that other fun stuff to each other. Check out other people's channels. See, Nikki, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? All right, it just kind of looks a little blurry on my screen. It probably just the screen's dirty. I can just bomb this bar rod out there deeper and deeper and deeper until I find something. Not the kind of way I like to fish the river, because when you do that, you're very inaccurate to where you wind up landing, because if you miss a bite, you want to get it right back to where you were before. And if you're like cast out there and it winds up there, and then the next time it winds up down there and it winds up over there, it's... Oop, that's a bite. I'm sure I can get some bites over there, that other spot too. But another problem is the bank is like like this, right? And it's all, what do you call it, alluvial rocks. The Corps of Engineers just rebuilt down here, and they just dumped rocks there. And rocks like this, right? So guess what happens when you step on them? Yep. Whoa! Gonna break your neck on them suckers. See. Says, yeah, hey, Outdoor Farm. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. I forgot to shout you out. Sorry about that. Outdoor Farm says, what's up, y'all? See, Glenn says, hi, Outdoors. And Jay Fishing says, yep, relaxing outdoors. It is out here. It's very relaxing. And you guys know me. This may look uncomfortable, but I could sit like this for 2 hours straight and it wouldn't bother me a bit. Because, you know, I got double jointed hips, so I just kind of push that hip out of socket. And, yep, no worries. Yeah, we got a little point over here. I'm pretty sure I could get some bites on. Because when I was rigging up, I threw it over there and something tried to pull a rod in. But the problem is that I just sat there to set up because those rocks are horrendous over there. I mean, they're just, I basically, every step you get a gigantic boulder underneath your feet rolling into the Mississippi River. It's a little tricky to fish over there. We're like in the middle, right? I mean, if it was up there, it would be fine. If it was down there, it would be fine. We're just kind of in the middle here. It's a little tricky. I'm surprised this little rod ain't getting pulverized with this little jighead. Speaking of the devil, tip of the worm's missing. Something got it. I just fed something. Just fed something out there. Every time you move to a new spot, you got to kind of fix things up. If you try to put a rod holder in the majority of these places, because this is just like nicks of rock and sand down here, you get about that far down before you hit a rock every time. You go tick, tick, and yep. So the best thing to do is just build yourself a nice little tower of rocks. Yeah, if this doesn't work, we can always move. There's plenty of shoreline. Another problem with doing this when the water's raising is that you get that crap on your line, just like, I don't know what you call it, leaves and grass and stuff that's just floating down from upriver, and it clogs up your line. Yeah, I got 50 of these little worms, so I should have no problem with keeping the lines baited up. Yep, see that stuff coming off the line there? Stuff's a nuisance. You got a lot of these little worms in here. They got to pick them out. That one right there, that's perfect. As long as you can dig 4 or 5 big worms, you can just continuously rebait it with a smaller worm just to make it look bigger. So put something fresh on there. All right, let's do some bombing. Oh, there's a bite. I see him. Fish on. What have I got? Boy, that looks weird. What was that? Oh, we have a drum, but fish on. Fish on, folks. Hit the jig head crawler. Boy, that looked weird. The sucker jumped. Yeah, little sucker jumped out there. Get out of there, you little sucker. Thank you. Well, that's a pretty drum too. People say these fish are ugly, but check the colorations on that fish. Just purple and silver. Look at that, just glistening in the sun. That's a beautiful fish. See you, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Come back and see me when you're 50 pounds. Ah, that was nice. That was just on a jig head crawler right by the bank. Just like that's a trick. Kick Patrol Fishing. He does long and short form videos, so you don't see him in live feeds at all. Does Canadian fishing. Let me get this back out and I'll check the chat out, folks. Just a second. I definitely might have been casting out too far, because that was like right by the dang bank down here. If I catch about 20 of them, I'd be happy. Heck, I got one. I'm already happy. Yeah, that's as big as the largemouth I caught the other day, pretty much. About the same size, because that drum is about a pound, so yeah, about the same size. So much less work too. I had to cast for about an hour and a half to get that dang bass to hit. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, we're definitely casting out too far. So let me cast that a little closer in here. All right, you guys just tuning in. Thank you. Appreciate you. Don't forget to double tap that screen for me. Double tap. Blue String Barnacles is in. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Let's see. Outdoor Form says, nice, Mike. Thank you. Dave Fishing says, good luck on the channel. Outdoor Farm, yep. I think I've checked out video or two. Yeah, I did last night. I was watching a lot of stuff last night. I couldn't sleep, so. The Blistering Barnacles. Jay Fishing says, oh, that's bite. Boy, he popped it, didn't he? I saw that on the camera feed. That's the first time that's ever happened. I was reading the chat and I looked down and the rod was pulling. I looked over there and it was shaking. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Back Mountain Outdoors, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? And we also have Smurfy. What is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? I'm sorry to hear about that backwoods. You know, some days is like that. I'll kid you not. I've had plenty days where I don't catch diddly, bunkus, dukus. Yep, not a thing. Smurfy says, MBP, Big J, Glenn, Mrs. Thunderstuck. CJ Fishing says, Smurfy, hey. Backwoods says, I need to start going different spots and try fishing. It is still, technically, it is still winter. So people don't realize that it still ain't quite spring yet. And it's supposed to switch over like March 13th or something. So we're almost spring. We're so close. So close. Am I wrong about that? It's still not spring yet. Yeah, the water is still really cold. I mean, it's 39, 40, maybe 40 degrees down here. I mean, that's freaking cold for the Mississippi River, especially when you realize the majority of these fish down here are warm water species. Like carp, grass carp, buffalo. Buffalo carp take a little bit colder temperatures, but not so much. Blue cats, they still take 45 degree temperatures when they start really activating good. Channel and flathead, they're all kind of They're all kind of, they prefer a little bit warmer temperatures than 39, 40 degrees. And that water is, yep, whew, that's cold. That stung. I mean, that quite literally just my tip of my finger stung being in that water. That stuff's cold. Cold, cold, cold. Yep, something was trying out there. So that's why they hit a lot of these worms too. The scent's not so good on these garden variety night crawlers that I get back there. They're not like those green slimy worms I buy. But what you do is you make them dangle like that quite a bit. And that'll make it so they can see it a little bit better too in the current. That's too close. That is too close. Yeah, I was going to catch that close. I didn't need an ounce of weight. Half ounce would probably done the trick. That's better. I'll probably leave that ouncer on there because I'm probably going to need it further down river. It's just our first spot, folks. We got 3.5 hours of charge out here today. And I did not get much of a trip yesterday because it was like I was just starting to find a few fish and some kids had to come down and start throwing rocks in. Like, nah, I'm done. I didn't say nothing about it. It was in the background, but it is a public park. I mean, there's a lot worse things kids can be doing than throwing in rocks. Believe you me. See, Jay Fishing says, Billy, hey, and Billy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Ben says, yeah, you need weights on the line. Yeah, for the bottom right now. This current, you guys know this current moves about maybe 15 to 20 miles per hour in the middle of the river on the normal locations. There are spots where it's ripping down here twice as fast. This Mississippi is like channelized. They put all these rocks and stuff around the edges to keep it from eroding and keep that current in the center to keep it from, from filling in. Basically, it's something to help it from, bottom getting all silty and the barge is not being able to get up the river. But it really funnels that current. So it'll move really fast. But Billy says, hey, Glenn. And Glenn says, what is that? Army Mom, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? I'm sorry, I missed your chat there. Army Mom says, hi, MVP. I miss one every once in a while. I'm sorry. I've got one eye, right? And I'm trying to eat. It's give me a break. This eye is like I can only see a little bit of light in it. So, but this eye, as long as I wear my little Colonel Klink lens, not so bad. It's just I strain my eyeball sometimes going from chat to rod to chat to rod to chat to. Boy, that's a bite out there deep. I'm sure there's some buffalo carp and stuff still working around here, but we got to find them. Some grass carp. There's some big common carp down here too. We're gonna look around here. See, 9 people in, 25 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you. What was I doing? Yeah, I'm off today because of that time change. Yeah, I'm definitely off. It's kind of like a little. I should have been out here by 11 and got the rods out by 12, but it's like 1:30. I was like 3 o'clock by the time I got the suckers on. But then again, we still got 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours of light. Big old barge coming up the river. Well, that's just the tugboat part of it. Yeah, the rest of that barge is somewhere else. Probably picking up something or dropping something off. Yep, now that current's just ripping back down to the left. Something hit that too. It was bouncing right, and it just went like that once. Yeah, right now I can't even hold right by the bank because that's how much the current's ripping. You could quite literally throw 3 ounces of weight 8 feet from the shoreline and wind up 6 inches from the bank. All right, that was pretty good. I guess I'll recast these. Getting that gunk on it. Getting that gunk on it. I think the buffalo carp, they eat that stuff. That one still looks good too. Oh, my weight slipped. Dang it. Really? Yeah, I didn't have any bread wrappers with me. You guys know one of my old tricks to using a Carolina rig is to use a bread wrapper, but I forgot to bring any with me, so unfortunately I'm just stuck with a split shot. And these split shots tend to slip on you. I have to push them really hard. All right, that feels better. They'll slip on you eventually, no worries. They're gonna do it too. Yep, something just ate the majority of that worm off. Oh. Yep, he's hitting it again. Yeah, I didn't choose that bad of a spot down here, first off. We're getting some bites. Now, if I could just hook the little suckers, that'd be great. Not that heavy a line on this stuff either. I've got 6-pound fluoro and 8-pound fluoro on both these rods. I got 10-pound at home. I just haven't, switched it yet. And look at this current, just ripping, man. This current's going 20 miles per hour right now. I'm just like that. Ain't nothing gonna hold right now. I had to wait for this stuff to stabilize. I mean, I'm casting that literally up current with an ounce of weight, and it's still drifting so quickly down to right in front of me. Yeah, she's just ripping right now. See, Back Mountain says, yeah, it's technically the same amount of daylight. It's just, it happens to make you get up a little, it gets lighter later, so it gets darker later. So if you're a morning person, you get less light. If you're you see what I'm saying, right? If you're an evening person, you're getting more light because you're going to be up at that time. I'm up usually at 6 o'clock in the morning. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning when my brain thought it was dawn. It's like, where's the sun? Oh, it must be raining or something. Let's just say, Snake Bug, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Army Mom says, hey, Frenchie, what's going on? Hi, Frenchie. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. And Skeeter's in the house. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Yeah, we just got started a little bit a while ago, Skeeter. We ain't been on for that long, so I saw you on live feed too, and I kind of want to watch you a little bit. Let's see. Frenchie says, "Sup, D Billy." Frenchie says, "Mom and son." Oh, Mom and son trains. Oh, all right. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you, Mom and son trains. Thank you, thank you. See, Frenchie says, "Skeeter." I was watching some seagulls out there. They're diving on something down there. Wonder what they're diving on. Come on, hit it. Boy, that was pulling it. Yeah, that was pulling it. Dang it. See, Billy says, "Thanks, Frenchie. I was subbed to you already." See, Glenn says, "Hi, Skeeter. I'm new here." Oh, Lord, don't me start me with that. And Jay Fishing says, "Hey, Skeeter. We caught one drum already, about a pound. No worries. I mean, the water's like 7 feet up from the last time we fished. And we ain't had a dang drop of rain." Oop, there's a bite. Oh, I missed him. Boy, that fish is right in by the bank. Oh, I missed that fish. That fish was right in close to the bank. I mean, within a foot or two. That current's just ripped me down to the shoreline again. I can't cast this one out because this one's in the way. That current's just ripping so dang much. And this stuff gets in the way too. That stupid has a piece of monofilament drifting in that chunk. I might as well just flip this out close too if they're going to be in that close. Off the rock. Thank you. God press, I hope that I don't get a. This is sometimes the time of the year where I get a big old flathead in really, really shallow water. See, Glenn says, let's see, Jay Fishing says, let's see, Billy says, "Hi, Skeeter." I missed that one. I was just a second off. He pulled, and then I set the hook, and he'd obviously let go. Just that close. Oop, there's a bite on that one. Yeah, I got it in closer. This is also some time of the year where I might get a walleye or sauger. I'll bite on that one down here. Pulling on it, pulling on it, pull. Pulling on this one now. Goes on this one again. Just give me one pull. I'm holding that rod. He's trying to get that worm off for sure. Got it down to almost nothing. That's okay. I dug 50 of these guys. Plus a couple big ones mixed in. All right, that's back in shape. Let's check this one out, and then I'll check the chat. That was getting a bite out here, too. They're trying. See that worm's all down, down on that hook. Most of the worm's pretty much gone. They hungry. We're getting them to hit. It's just hooking all those suckers is going to be a little bit of a nuisance. Especially when this heavy current is kind of fact they're holding very close to the bank. That one rod still got like a 1/4 ounce jig head on it. All right, let's check the chat out. Really? I just sitting there looking at the rod, just pull. Let's see. AJ's Fishing, AJ's Adventures. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Peter says, hey, AJ's. And Glenn says, tell Miss Skeeter. I emailed her. See, AJ, Skeeter. Yup. AJ, Smurfy, if you catch some smile, Skeeter, you can all set up for the day. You be all set up for the day? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's being tough on Skeeter right now. It's kind of in a transitional time for him. He's with the way the lakes and the ponds are, they were frozen up pretty good. It might feel good outside, but the fish are still pretty dang cold. Jay Fishing says, hi, AJ. And Skeeter says, crazy. Yeah, crazy stuff. Yep. There's a bite. I saw that. Got him. Got him. What I got out there? It's a little bit deeper out. Oh. We have a white bass. We call it white bass, folks. Yep, that's not a drum. That is a white bass. And he swallowed my dang hook. Come on, buddy. Open your mouth. Crap. Man, he's clamped down. Yep, I'll show him off. I'll probably have to keep him. Because he's already... But I'll keep the that part of him to the right of him. So, beautiful little white bass. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to keep that one. Obviously. I do this off camera. Yeah, he's already bleeding, so no worries about being bad about this, because he's definitely not going to be making it. Yeah, that's the hook out, but he ain't going to make it, so I'll take him home. Yep, I will take him home. No worries. That's still a pretty good white bass. Oh, yep. This sand is like sucky. I hate hurting him, but you know, I can't eat him. He's not gonna go to waste. If you guys know, I'm still doing that little promotional right now, where if anyone donates to PayPal or Cash App, I will do set amount of push-ups every 50 cents. So 50 cents every 50 cents a push-up. So if you guys want to donate 10 bucks, that's 20 push-ups. Not push-ups, set-ups. Don't make me do set-ups. I get them mixed up. I meant set-ups. Yeah, I've got no upper body strength. Set-ups, yeah, set-ups. I'm kind of have to do that because, unfortunately, my T-Mobile, they charge me double on my cell phone bill. Now I've got a $68 credit for next month, but my card's empty. So that's kind of the off ramp. That white bass, I'm gonna eat him for sure, but it's just kind of a nuisance, man. I mean, it's worse than a nuisance. I've argued with these folks on the phone for 3 hours, and I got nowhere with it. I barely got him to refund my money and put it on the put it as a a credit on the account. They didn't even want to do that because I just got a new cell phone, right? And I have a $75 plan, which basically pays for my backup cell phone, unlimited data, no talk and text, and my regular cell phone that has unlimited talk, text, and data. And they wanted to charge me for both cell phones. You know, 68 for that one and 75 for that one. They're supposed to set that crap up right, and they didn't set it up right. So it's kind of an... I don't have to pay my cell phone bill next month, but hope there's a bite. Yeah, if you guys saw about a week and a half ago, yeah, on the first of the month, I did a live feed and I ran home. I killed a live. I was catching trout like crazy, right? And I killed the live feed because all that crap happened. I got a text message that said they paid it twice. So that's the explanation about how that happened. Big old barge coming up the river. But we'll get back to the fishing here, folks. I see I got water all over my screen. Oops. And says, bye everyone, have a great day. Thanks for coming in, Glenn. Thank you. Jay Fishing says, later, Glenn. STL Greg, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Glenn says, hi, Greg. I mean, Greg says, hi, Glenn. Greg says, hi, Jay. Yeah, I got a barge and a train going by, so it's kind of vibrating me pretty good. We've caught a white bass and a drum so far. Not bad for the fact that the water is like 7 or 8 higher than it was the other day. Could be worse. Oddly enough, I get some really nice flathead catfish on this little jig head crawler technique, right by the bank down here. Just drifting this like little clump of red worms or something around the edges of these back currents. They actually hit them pretty good. All right, that was pretty good. See, Jay Fishing says, STO, hey. And Smurfy says, see you, Glenn. And Smurfy says, STL. Yeah, you guys don't know, Greg lives right pretty close to me down here in St. Louis. He's done some trout fishing recently. I'm not sure if he posted anything. Yep, I've been sitting here for about an hour, so I might have to get up here and stretch my legs. Sand everywhere, Jesus. Yeah, that might be them kind of peck bites I'm getting by the bank. They might be like little white bass and walleye. And something was hitting this one, so let me see what's going on with it. Looks like trying to get the worm off again. Yeah, we just got little garden variety worms, little shoestring red worms and shoestring white worms and all those little funny worms you get in your garden this time of the year. Let's see. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Dave says, long time no see. Hi, Dave. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, no videos yet? Well, post something. Dang it. Join the YouTube channel. Join the YouTube family. See, we have 15 people in, 42 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you. We're getting bites on pretty much all three rods, but they're definitely not the way they were the other day. I mean, you can imagine now where I was fishing, there's about 15 feet of water where I was standing. Well, 7 or 8 feet. We're not that high yet. She's probably going to raise all the way up to that height. Finally, trains going by. Thank you. It's not bad out. It's like 65, 66 degrees, something like that. It's nice. Got my baseball cap on and everything. Yeah, she's going to be tough this month, but I'm going to make it. I'll figure it out. I always do. What's the old saying? When life throws you a lemon, make lemonade. Of course, you don't need sugar to make said lemonade. You know what I mean. Let's see. Doug says, and Jay Fishing, sweet live other day. With doing Ray. Oh, I must have missed it. Sorry about that. And Jay Fishing says, thanks, sir. Yeah, I did catch a piece of that. I'm sorry. I had enough time to come in and drop a like and everything. And it was right when I was getting back. I did check that out, though. Fine. That train's finally going by. Quieting down. Well, that sun feels nice on my back too. Problem with that shoreline, if I remember, if you get out too far, it turns into rocks. Down here, it's kind of just all sand. Well, I don't know. I'll figure it out. If this kind of dies down, we can always move down there. No worries. See what's going on with both these rods. Yeah, that's what happens to this stuff. After a while, it gets that crap on it. And the fish don't want to hit it if it's got any of that stuff on it. See a seagull flying by. So you got to recast and get that stuff off there. Oop, that's a bite. Oh, I missed him. Dang it. Dang it, I just missed that one. There's one good thing about the Carolina rig, that all that crap piles up behind the weight instead of on top of the hook. Yeah, these guys are just little garden variety shoestring worms, nothing special. Oh, I think that looks pretty good. Right back in place. All right. Pretty good. All right, you guys are just tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to double tap that screen for me. Double tap, double tap, double tap. See, Doug says, Big J. And Doug says, hey, Greg. Let's see. Doug Trout Fishing, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Any record breakers today? No, I caught a couple. One like pound drum, 1 pound white bass. Couple. Oops, there's a bite. Yeah, we're getting bites. It's just this water's up about 7 or 8 feet from the last trip. So where we were standing, we're basically trying to fish. Yep, water looks higher for sure. Aw, you sucker. Yeah, we're I kid you not, if you go down about 8 feet that way, you'd be where we were fishing the other day. So there's still going to be some fish in here, but they're going to be just a little bit harder to catch. I mean, we're not doing too bad already. We caught 2. Getting bites. I thought that first drum was a sturgeon because he jumped out of the water. I didn't even look at him. Yep, fish will be moving around. I'm hopefully a lot of them will be, moving up to the edge of the shoreline. They usually do because this sand kind of collapses as the water rises. And that'll wash in a lot of insects and worms, wash out a lot of crawfish and stuff that are sitting by the, as it rises up. Just a lot of food coming in, basically. And they got to be moving. Most species have been moving up river to for the spring. They start moving basically that way as soon as the water temperature starts to warm up. Because isn't that how fish do? Upstream to spawn, back downstream afterwards. Yeah, what looks like slack eddies. This is more slack than the main current, but she's still ripping here. The current out there is like, this is like, but she's still moving fast. Every time I look up, I see the rod going ding ding. Oh, there's a, got him. Fish on. That feels pretty good. Oh, I pulled off. God, I didn't get a hook set into that fish. Crap. That felt like a buffalo carp. Oh, dang it. I gotta set that down for a minute. They've been hitting so quickly down here. They'll pick it up and drop it so quick. I just decided that time to pick it up and set the hook like I do for buffalo carp, and yeah, missed him. Missed him. Felled him. Pretty good fish. I looked over and that rod was. I was worried he's gonna let it go again, like the rest of them have all day. Evidently, he wasn't. Evidently, he was going to keep on hitting it. My dumb buck picked it up and set the hook too quick. Oop, that's bite. That was a bite right there again on the heavier weight. They don't like to hit that one quite as hard because that even in this amount of current, they don't like the weight. They don't like it. See, Doug says, looking for slack eddies. Did you put a marker stick in the sand? No, I haven't done that. It's kind of hard to tell because every time a barge goes by, it'll go up 3 or 4 inches, and then when the barge goes past, it'll go back down 3 or 4 inches. Be nice to see tomorrow where the water levels change, but it's just you guys have seen me fish down here. I'll be standing there in dry land, and then I'll look up and look down again, and it'll be over my ankles. Because those barges, displace so much water when they're coming down river that it'll make it raise 2 or 3 inches. These suckers are hitting it down here. They're just ding ding, and that's it. Every once in a while, you get one, pick it up and pull. Oh, there he goes again. I'm gonna have to hold that rod. Maybe I can get him to hit it while I'm holding it. Oh, there he goes. My other rod too. I'm still hitting that one over here. Huh. There it goes, hitting that one again too. Still hitting that one again. Maybe I can hook this one. No, he's just holding on to the end of it again. Got most of that worm off. I see him hitting that one too. What happened to this one? I should probably just focus on one rod. Let's see. Let's see, 10 people win, 43 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Peck, peck. Got something hungry out there, don't I? He's got this one. That time I should have picked it up and set the hook. Come on, buddies, give me a pull. Oh, they're being nuisances today. Just pick it up and drop it, pick it up and drop it. You'd think they're fighting like a little rainbow trout. Dang it. I mean, he ain't getting any of that worm off. I mean, he grabs it where the worm is. There's a hook. There's a hook there. Pretty good. I mean, just bumping that rod. Let's see. My chat frozen. I'll come check. Never know. Could have been frozen for the last couple minutes. No, it looks pretty good to me. All right, we're good. Yeah, they're still hitting it down there. I can see them pecking on the rod, so. Give me just a second here. I'll get back to the rods. What do I do with those suckers? That's far rod pecking on it. There goes the close rod pecking. Gotta have a good pair of eyes to see them suckers when they're doing that. From this distance especially. It's beautiful down here. I mean, you can't beat the serenity of it down here. Let's see, Doug says still here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm just sitting back here for a minute, just resting up for a second. They're just standing up for a little while too, stretching out my legs. I can only stand like that for about an hour and a half, and that's about not exactly what I've been down there doing that. I'm sure there are a lot of folks on live feeds right now. Thank you guys for coming in and visiting me. All right, let's get back to fishing. Let's get back to some fishing. I mean, we're still fishing. It's just I'm not standing by the rods. I'm going back now. Check these rods out, see what's going on. He's pulling on it, ain't he? Oh, how did I miss that fish? Must have the end of the worm. Crap. It finally got quiet down here on my end. Everything calmed down. The barges, there's one across the river, but that one's not going to bother us. It's too far away to hear. Yeah, I walked over here. That rod was pulling very hard, but it was pulling. And I might just keep this off the bottom just a little bit. These things aren't too bad. I could just tie a little loop knot in the line, hold that weight in place. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's very easy to undo if it doesn't. Just a little loop knot like that. So it's just going to be like a quarter round split shot now. Yeah, those suckers are getting sneaky down there. I know what that is. That weight slipped again. Didn't slip much, but it still slipped. I'll leave it like that. And it slipped all the way down now. Crap. Oh well. All right, we're back to the chat. Let's see. Different atmosphere here. Still here, calm here. Yeah, it was loud for a while, but that's why I got the feed on, so you guys don't have to hear all that background noise. And now it's nice and peaceful again. Yep, now she's nice and peaceful again. Oh, there's another bite. Yeah, them little suckers are sneaky down there. I know what them are. Those could be little sturgeon, buffalo carp. They're just going ding, 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 ding. And I got one chance to pop at it. Hopefully they got it in their mouths. If they don't, I miss them. You can let them sit there for an hour and they'll just keep on pecking on it and pecking on it and pecking on it until all the bait's gone. That was a bite. I was out there deep. That's interesting. Might be some more fish working up out there deeper now. That rod was just pulling real hard. See, 13 people in, 44 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys are just coming in, we're down on the Mississippi River, down in the Arch, about a quarter of a mile upriver from St. Louis. We're getting bites. It's just hooking little suckers is a little bit of a nuisance. The water is like 7 feet up higher from the last trip, and that was like a day and a half ago. So that, I mean, obviously getting some snow melting from upriver. Because we ain't had a drop of rain in St. Louis. And here comes another train. I picked it up because someone was pecking on it. They just won't hit it all the way. Let's see. Jay Fishing says calm here, and Jay Fishing, yeah, hit that thumbs up for me. Double tap, double tap, double tap. How can I miss that fish? He's just ping, 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 ping. Let me do something with this. I've got a tag end on this. I think might be messing them up. So I'm going to trim the tag end on this. I think I actually forgot to trim the tag end on this jig head. You know me, I always forget to bring the dang clipper, so I got to use a lighter. You got to be very careful with fluorocarbon when you're trimming the line with a lighter. Where is it, sucker? There it is. If I see you hitting it down there, I see you hitting it. I'll get back to you momentarily, fishy. I should probably be using a straight like little gold hook for these guys down here and a little split shot or something. But the jig heads are cheaper. Let's put one more worm on here. Might as well keep that fresh bait on here. Maybe I'll bring a big old carp or something after a while. Because a continuously drifting stream of little worms is going to catch something's olfactory organ. Basically, I just said, you know, it's going to get something to smell it eventually. Oop, that's not good sand. I guess it's okay. Try my best to keep my rods out of the sand, but it happens. I mean, I'm surrounded by sand. We've caught 2 today. We've caught a drum and a white bass, and we're getting bites. It's just hooking these suckers. Something's hitting this one now. That's what happened. It wasn't a bite that time. It was a ton of ick. That will still look like a fish if it's got that stuff on it, because it will pull the rod and make it look like it's getting a bite. These down here, on the other hand, are ding, 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 ding. Well, I just got a cool breeze off that water. That water is still friggin' cold. It's like an ice box. That was. Stuck in a rock or something that time. Other thing too, the jig heads, if you do get a snag, just one jig head, no worries. Like 15 cents a piece or something. Let's see, Jay Fishing says, hit the double tap screen and Outdoor Romans, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I need 43 more subs. He's so close. And I have a, I guess I'm doing, because, let's see, JR sent me 5, so I guess I'm doing 10 setups, folks. So I got a donation. Oh, there's a bite. Hang on. I guess she can wait. Recast this. What the heck is that? Yeah, that's some kind of whatever that is. Piece of plastic. Just a drifting piece of plastic. Huh. That's a weird thing to happen. But I guess I'm doing 10 setups. Hang on, folks. Hang on. I owe JR 10 setups. Let's see, I guess I can do them right here. No worries. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, thanks, JR. I appreciate that. That's going to help so much. Whew. I did that on a rock. Ow. That's going to leave a mark. Every time I set up, there was a rock that just went. Ah. See. Who do we have in there? It's hard to see, but Deni, D-E-N-I, thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Yeah, it's not time quite yet for the evening cocktail. Oh, it's okay, Jay. No worries. That's my promise. What is that floating over there? Yeah, I got a pretty strong stomach and stuff, so I can do a decent amount of setups. Plus, I got the scooter. If I happen to tire myself out, I don't have to walk 2.5, 3 miles back to the house. I think I'm starting to feed these suckers down here because they're starting to just nibble on it once or twice and quit. Yeah, always put a little bit more dirt in when you dig your worms than you need. Make sure they don't die on you. Also makes it harder to find little suckers. Come back here. Oh well. I just keep dropping them suckers. Jeez. Lord. There's a good one. Don't let go of that one, Michael. That's one of my few 2-inch worms. It's the ground still. After like 15 minutes of digging, I had to stop and let my hands warm up. That's how cold the ground is still. When the ground temperature gets warmer, I get like 40 or 50 decent sized night crawlers, like the 3 and 4 inch ones. But this time of the year, I'm all I can get are like little shoestrings. How did I miss that fish? Just pulling on it. How did I miss that? I guess a boat went by. I didn't even notice. There were some waves coming in. Now, if I ever get up to about maybe 150, 200 setups, then you have to worry about it, but not right now. Smurfy says 2 nibbles and quiet. I got plenty of them stories. Yeah, we've caught a drum and a white bass. They were all both about a pound. Getting a lot of bites on this rod down here. I just can't hook the suckers. I guarantee you, if I went to a little hook and a little itty bitty weight, I could hook them. But I wind up hooking a 30 or 40 pound flathead or something on it and missing it. Because guarantee, if I put a little hook on that sucker, I'm going to get a really big fish on it. You guys know me down here. I'll wind up messing with light line and wind up, grabbing a tripod and taking off down the river after it. Which I have done a number of times on the feeds before, haven't I? Oh, it finally got snapped. Oh, popped off. Thank you. Those 1 ounce weights are freaking expensive. Might as well just tie this one up too to make sure she stays in place. Let go of my finger, let go, let go, let go. Alright, that looks pretty good. I don't think I'm going to get anything much too much in this deep rod. They seem to be in the shallows today. But I say that and I'll wind up hooking something big on it. So I've got a few decent sized worms. Not many. A lot of them are little shoestrings. Little shoestrings, they're more like little ramen noodle strings. It almost seems like the current kind of slowed down over here now. Barge traffic kind of slowed and current kind of calmed down on us. Check the chat out. Let's see. Looking pretty good with the camera. Rude, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Thanks for coming in, Rude. Smurfy says Rude, and Rude says Smurfy. Yeah, if you're wondering, we caught 2 today so far. The water's up about 7 or 8 feet from the last trip, so it's making things a little bit more interesting. We've got 1 pretty decent drum and 1 pretty good white bass. And we're getting bites. It's just hooking these little suckers. That's why I couldn't hook them. I think I hooked them that time. Yep. Yeah, that's why we're having trouble hooking them. They are very small. That explains why I couldn't hook the little suckers. That's number 3. With this super fast rising water water levels, any fish is a good fish. That's a beautiful little guy, huh? All right, see you, buddy. Thank you. I told you I was getting bites down there. Hooking those little suckers a little tricky, though. Now that I got past that little sucker, maybe there's something else down there. Because the littlest one will always get to that bait down here first this time of the year. Rude says fish on. And Rude says Doug. Doug says Rude. Rude says thumbs up. 7 people in. 46 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. How big can they get up to? About 50 pounds down here. They used to get a lot bigger before, pollution and everything back in, colonial times. They used to see them in the couple 100-pound range, but, over the years, just like blue cats, they used to see them as big as boats, but they don't get that big anymore. They have rocks in their heads. That 50-pound one will have one about this big. Now they found rocks in Native American areas where they're this big. So you can imagine the size differential. I think they're made of pearl, not pearl, ivory, because they got 2 rocks right over to protect their brain, right between their brains. Like, yeah, I could dig them out on that little drum. It'd be like that big. My sister used to, when we used to get like, the 5 or 6 pound drums, she'd dig them out of their heads. She had a whole collection of them. She had them actually in their jewelry box. Because they are like little pieces of ivory. They're not bone, they're ivory. It's like a elephant. Except you need a lot of ivory to do anything with. And it's perfectly legal to dig those out of the drum. Drum are considered rough fish. Even though I think they're beautiful fish. I mean, just bright silver. Tastes decent. It's not the best fish in the river, but cooked it right, you know, grilled it, let all that oil and stuff drip out of that fish. Tastes pretty good. Let's see, Luca, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Doug says hi, Luca. Rude says with the cool emojis. We caught 3. I mean, still getting bites every cast, pretty much. The water's up about 7 or 8 feet from the last trip, Lucifer. So it's a little bit more different than I'm fishing with like little weights closer to the bank, hoping these carp and buffalo carp and other species are just kind of moving into these edges. Beautiful day. I mean, it's over 60 down here. When you don't get any breeze off the water, it feels great. But when you get like even the tiniest little, you know, pebble fart of a wind, woohoo, that's cold. Because that water that water is definitely not over 40 degrees yet. I saw that. Hit it again. This one's in about 3 or 4 feet. This one's about 7 or 8. And this one's about 10 to 12. And our blue cat spot down there is gone. I think this is just runoff from upstream from like melting ice and crap. In a week or so, the water levels, if we don't get any heavy rain, should just drop right back down. See, Smurfy says, "Hey, Luke, hope you're doing good today." That's the fishing. Come on, guys. We've caught 2 drum and a white bass today. I mean, even that little drum I just caught was about the same size as the largemouth I caught the other day, give or take. And that drum and white bass was way bigger than that largemouth I caught. As long as I don't have to walk 2.5 hours to get down here to the river, I can fish quite a bit better and quite a bit longer and not have to. This is definitely easier than bass fishing, but we're just taking a break from it today. Still letting that lake warm up a little bit more. The last 2 days we were down there, we caught a few crappie, a few bass, some bluegill. She's waking up. And I had one 3 or 4 pound largemouth just, you know, bellow at a spinnerbait, just come up and just, he rolled at it. He was going, nope, don't want it. They can be smart, especially if you've hooked them on a particular lure before in the past. They're going to go after it, and then suddenly something in their brains are telling them, yeah, I remember something about that. Some little tiny memory. See, Miss Turner, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. I hate to see you. I'm going to add that. And let's see. Demi, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What's going on? And Phoenix, thanks for coming in. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Let's see. Miss Turner says, hi, Mike. Let's see. Phoenix Princess says, I'm coming in to say, I hope everyone has a great day. You too, Princess. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. So, of course, glad I caught you today. I appreciate that. Schedules, it's how many times have people been on lives and not lives and just missed someone by just the very slimmest of margins. It's so easy. See, Princess says you're welcome, and Ruth says, Mary, Princess. We caught a few today. Oh, come on, do that again while I'm... Dang. We've caught a few today. We've caught 2 drum and a pretty good white bass. And if those white bass are holding like about 7 or 8 feet out, it won't be much longer before they're in here within striking distance of a small artificial. Timothy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Let's see. Timothy says, I'm back. Let's see. Princess says, you're welcome. Ruth says, Mary, Princess. Ruth says, Timothy. We're blurry, aren't we? Yep. That is icky camera gear. Yeah, that is very, very icky. Hang on. I see it from the other side. We're just gonna have to double tap her to get her to come in, right? I'm gonna add that. All right, that way you can chat and sub to everybody and do all that fun stuff. And no big buffalo carp or anything, over a pound or so today, but you never know. We still got a little bit of time left. And the water's much higher than it was the last trip. When that water's raising up, the fish move around quite a bit. You're trying to find out where they move to. Be kind of a searching game for them, to be honest. A game that can take actually a couple of days. I mean, they're down here probably somewhere up and down the shoreline within 5 or 6 feet of one another. Let's see. Bouncer Slabs, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What's going on? See, Mary Turner says, hey, Rude. And SDL Greek says, Rude, Mary. And Bouncer Slabs says, hello again, everybody. And Mary Turner says, hey, Greg. Mary Turner says, hey, Bouncer. Bouncer says, how's it going? And Greg says, Slabs. And Bouncer says, hi, Turner. Hi, Mary. And Bouncer Slabs says, hi, Greg. And Bouncer Slabs says, MBPFishing. Mama Cookie, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Hi. Dennis, with the drinks yet? Not quite that, not quite happy hour yet. But the sun's setting pretty dang fast. I don't like to be out here after dark, and we've got about that much of the sun till it hits the horizon. See, Mary says, "Hi, Mama Cookie," and Mary says, Mama Cookie says, "Hi, Mary." I'll just have the Dennis. I'm refreshing myself as well. Yeah, I'm not quite there yet. I'm on a little wobbly scooter, so I don't want to drink down here for sure. Mind you, I have a helmet, but she does 25. I mean, you can really hurt yourself at 25 miles per hour. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's pretty late in the evening. This one needs to be refreshed again. Yeah, if I get out there deeper, I just don't get a bite at all. The only bites I'm getting are in here close. Was a bite? Pecking on, peck, peck, peck. There's a major difference between it bouncing in the current and when it goes ding ding like that or something. You guys notice when I put my rod back after picking it up, I'll pop the bail open for a split second to try to keep that line stabilized so it doesn't pick up quite as badly off the bottom when you're putting the rod back. Another interesting little trick. See, Mary says, let's see, Bouncer Slabs, Dennis. And Bouncer Slab says, I'm a burger. I put some burgers on the grill. Oh, good time to have an adult beverage. Actually, I always thought it's a bad time. People always drinking when they're barbecuing. It's a good and a bad time. It's enjoyable, but ain't it a little alcohol and fire, right? But that's why the grill man should be the one drinking. Or at least drinking a, something not a hard alcohol type beverage. Stick to the beer when you're doing a grill, right? The outdoor farm says kind of what kind of rod is this? These are just cheap little Amazon combos. That's a little Xfinity. This is a old Shakespeare I had, and this is a Daiwa. This is like a 10-year-old Daiwa. And this is another little $15 Amazon combo. This reel actually on the bait caster is it's a loose classic, so it's a decent reel. I haven't had any trouble with it yet. See, Bouncer Slab says, "Oh, I was grilling alone." Well, kind of stick to the beer at least until the fire is out. We'll try to, anyways. Because I know most people can drink alcohol to beer till the cows come home and not bother them. Me, not so much. 118 pounds, one beer, and I'm going, dang, what was I doing here? And how'd I get out here again? Oh, that's no joke either. I can't drink alcohol very good. I'm a lightweight. I'm a featherweight. I'm a lighter than a featherweight. What's lighter than a feather? An atom, maybe. They're all good reels. I've had this reel for years. Let's bite. Peck, peck. Yeah, that's the one we got the white bass on. It's holding out just a little bit deeper than the other ones. Not much, like a foot or two. Eh. Knock yours over, Michael. Yeah, we just got little, guys are wondering, just little, these are all I can get this time of the year, just little shoestring worms. They ain't even shoestring, they're more like ramen noodle strings. See, Flamez, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Let's see, we gotta go back here. Smurfy says, hey Cookie, hey Mama Cookie, and I had a beer, but I'm back on the vodka. 6 foot, 245 pounds. Yeah, you can process a lot more alcohol than me. Trust. That's definitely. Bouncer Sub says, hey Smurfy, Fishy says, have a great day, MVP. Thank you. Appreciate it. Flamehead says, hey Smurfy, and Smurfy says, Slabs, Flamehead. And see, Slab says, sometimes it makes me tired. Yeah, processing alcohol, that's kind of what makes you tired, is your body kicking in to clean out the toxins of the alcohol. But Murphy says, was watching you for a bit earlier, Flamez. You catch anything? And let's see, Tara, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Hi, Tara. Meow, meow. There's a bite. Yeah, we're getting some bites. It's just hooking these little suckers is a nuisance. Peck, peck. No, little suckers are small. Smaller buffalo carp, because those buffalo will hit it just the same dang way. You feel this slightest little peck. We've caught a few today, Tara. Let's see, 2 drum and a white bass. It's a different day. We're up about 7 feet from our last trip. So that big of a change can really change where the fish are holding. I should have checked the river stage before I came down here, then I would have realized it was way higher and I would have thought of a different game plan, but hey, we're still catching fish. Can't complain. Getting bites. Can't complain. Back off. What are we doing here? Let's see. Smurfy says hi, Tara, and Tara says Smurfy, and Army Mom says hi, Tara. Hi. Tara says ma'am, with the cute little kissy emoji thingy. Yeah, the sun is setting, as you can see. We're about to drop below the horizon, and it's a decent temperature up there, but it ain't down here. And I'm so glad I figured out this little cell phone trick where I can man the chat and fish. because it really tires a guy out running back and forth to the cell phone and everything 1,000 times. It's not as fun, but still. And you know, the mic feed only lasts about 3 hours, so when that goes down, I still have to go to the cell phone a lot. And Outdoors Roman says, I subbed you, Smurfy. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you. All right, that still looks good. About ready to have to stretch our legs here anyways. That's Salty. What's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Salty says, yeah. And I see darkness falling. I hear voices calling. I feel justice crawling. I see faith has fallen. I have voices in my head. They understand. They talk to me. Well, I have schizophrenia, so I know the feeling. I know the feeling of those voices in the back there. See, Smurfy says, TY, I'm sub to you already. And Salty says, thank you, Outdoors. Hey, I have schizophrenia. I am not a schizophrenic. Because I don't let that crap control me. I lost probably 10 years, maybe 15 years of my life with that crap. I take my meds and I take them religiously. The only time I'll ever have it run out of medications is when some dumb butt comes into the house and steals a medication that's only going to make them feel like they're taking Benadryl. Because the medications I take specifically are for people with short circuits in the back of their brains that the only side effect is drowsiness. So, yep. And, of course, like loss of appetite, that sort of thing, too. Kind of hurts your stomach sometimes, but better than the alternative. Sure, better than the alternative. Might as well bomb one cast out here. We're getting late in the day. What the heck? Live dangerously, risk it for the biscuit, all that other stuff. All right, guys, just tuning in. Thank you. Don't forget to double tap that screen for me. Double tap, double tap, double tap. We're down here on the river and down by the arch in St. Louis. About a quarter of a mile upriver from the arch. St. Louis is about, actually legally, once you step past the, right past there, you're back in St. Louis. But technically, you don't get back to St. Louis till about, well, the St. Louis city for about maybe a quarter of a mile. Highway 70 is right over there. Oop, dang, what was that? Turpy says, thank you, Outdoors. Outdoors, Roman. I need 36 more subs. Come on, folks. We have PW. What is going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. Shimano Shala Limited. 20G. 120 GR. Yep, we gotta get up again. Oh. Every hour or so, I gotta get out of that position and just stand up. Hey, we didn't get skunked. We caught 2 drum, pretty good white bass. Hey, when it's a decent day whenever you can catch a bass down on the river. There's a bite. I see hitting it. Middle rod. At this time of the year, it always calms down as soon as that sun gets off of them, because they're cold still. They're very cold. This water temperature is like 39 degrees. If you went into this water, you go into hypothermia in probably about 30 seconds, if that. See, 2 hours in, 5 people in, 57 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Oh, where's the lighter? Yeah, that one's holding out there really deep, that close rod. Figured I'd try one cast out there deep. Risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, we're just sitting back here a minute, just relaxing. I had to get off my knees there for a couple of minutes. I'm still manning the chat, no worries. This way is actually the way I learned how to do live feeds. I've only recently added the cell phone so I could keep up with the chat better. It's a nice evening. And yesterday we did like an hour-and-a-half bass fishing. I caught 1 largemouth, a couple small bluegill, a couple nice fish. Jay Fishing says, Tara, hey! Yeah, I think everyone's going back and forth between live feeds. I'm thinking that Rock Point I might try tomorrow. To fish that spot, I'm gonna have to put some new line on my bait caster because I'm gonna have to have some heavier line to fish those jagged rocks and stuff down there. Said I've got some new 10-pound fluoro at home. I just got to put it on. The other 2 reels are fine. I mean, I can always just fish a small jig head and stuff around the edges, and no worries. We'll figure it out tomorrow. We're not quitting yet. Nope, we're not quitting yet. But I'm just mentioning what my ideas for tomorrow are. You're always planning down here. You always got to think ahead. Probably the water will raise up another maybe 10, 12 inches as fast as it's going. Crazy, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Crazy says, Mike, you have to try casting. Let's see, Tripolimes. You mean trilene or tripolime? Oh, I have to look that up. I've never heard of that. I just use like trilene. Crazy says when fishing was not successful at all. Yeah, it's still early, Crazy. I mean, just remember everything's got to warm up. All the fish are just starting to active up. Well, I'll definitely look it up. I'm always looking for. I just use trilene the majority of the time, just because I've landed some massive fish on it. And whenever I try to break like 10 or 12 pound trilene, I wind up cutting the heck out of myself before I can break. Popped off there for a second. Sorry about that. See, Outdoor Romans, I need 36 more subs. Come on, folks. We're trying to get him up today. How many are you up to anyway? 464. Won't be long now before you get to that monetization level. Partial monetization. You can get your members and stuff up. Buddy of mine, Jay Fishing, just made it too. And Skeeter just got his just got all his stuff back on. He just got his ID. And see, Crazy says I'm not hating on trilene, but casting is way better. Yeah, I can see the line is distance wise. Bass fishing, I know I need a lot of times. I need to get just a few feet further than I can get from the shoreline. See, Backwood says, Roman, you did real good on the live, getting subs. Yeah, I don't make that many subs anymore. I guess I'm running out of fishermen. I actually get more subs on my short forms than I do on my lives anymore. But I enjoy doing this stuff. So that's got all icky there. That's why I like doing them. Trying to get to that 1,000. Yep, you're getting there. Got 845. You're definitely getting there. See, Crazy says it floats like mono and stretches like mono, and it's more abrasive resistant than fluorocarbon, and it's invisible like fluoro. Oh, that's cool. That sounds nice. Because I'm always, with fluoro, it doesn't stretch much. And I'm always worried. Now, I like how I can feel it good. But, when you're using something like a rooster tail, it'll, like, the blade will spin 8 or 10 times and the line won't twist. And then you wind up the blade just stopping on you. Crazy says, I'll go back to Smurfy. Smurfy says, Big J, bet you have that 1K pretty soon by the 21st. Could be. Crazy says, plus the 8 pound is like the diameter of 6 pound fluoro. 6 pound mono. That sounds very, very good. Jay Fishing says, that would be awesome. The Crazy says, it don't break like fluoro either. To be honest, if you keep your line fluorocarbon out of the sun a lot, because the moment I get my rods home, I put them in my closet. Because fluorocarbon is extremely abrasive to the sun. That stuff breaks down pretty fast. Let me check the rods out. Yeah, they've probably cleaned them off by now. They're sneaky. But this has definitely got a lot less worm on it than it did. There's just little chunks of monofilament floating down here. Weird. I thought I was the only person that used 6 pound test down here. That sounds like some light stuff. Yeah, it's getting to the season, folks. I'm starting to be able to dig my own bait again. That winter's tough because I need to use worm a lot of time to catch fish down here, and the ground's frozen solid. You can't dig them. You can't dig them in ground frozen. I got a rug behind my house, and they didn't want nothing to do with that. That ground was frozen so deep. They were probably halfway to China. I'm up, not China, Australia. Because China, I think, is like that away, while Australia is that way. I mean, just little shoestring red worms, but you get a gob of them on there. It's pretty enticing. And that's just on a little jig head, so I can bounce around the sand and rocks without getting snagged as much. Get out of there, worm. Sucker's trying to dig into my pants. Crazy old worm. Yep, look at that. Just clean that hook off. Just there ain't but a little tiny piece of worm left on it. I told you guys I was seeing that rod hitting. Hang on, I'll check the chat. I've got my cell phone here too, so I can check the chat while I'm down here too. Something popped. What the heck was that? So I don't have expensive equipment really. I've got hand-me-downs that people have given me that they can't use because they say it's broke, which actually isn't, but it's just they don't know how to use the reels, and bits and pieces of reels I find around places, put them together. Every once in a while I'll buy a cheap combo from Amazon or something, like these little reels for trout fishing. Like that one right there, that's my trout rod. I got to recast this one because it floated all the way downriver. Got all that gunk on it. Yeah. Definitely rising water where you're getting this crap on your line. Like a ton of this crap. Get that stuff off when you get that stuff on your line because it will mess things up. I'm going to switch them up. I'm going to put this one there, and since I'm casting this one closer and this one isn't drifting as badly, I'm just going to flip that one right there. Probably wind up drifting underneath one another, but heck with it. We'll see. We will see. See, crazy, Rain, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. How you doing, Rain? Rain says hi. And Jay Fishing says, hey, Rain. Let me just come over here. And I will do that. That way you can, kind of sub up, check out other people's channels and all that other fun stuff. Let's grow together. Let's grow together. Crazy says, you need 35 more now, Roman. You're getting so close. See, Smurfy says, resourceful. Yeah, I've been doing that for years. I mean, you would not be believe the amount of fishing gear that, if people just get a backlash in a bait caster, how many bait casters I found over the years are they'll just throw them on the bank. Just take it off the rod and just throw it there. And I'll be looking like, this thing's just backlash. Mine now. I got one down here I found last fall. It's a beautiful bait caster. I haven't even gotten to it yet. It's more of a cat fishing bait caster because it's a lot bigger than the one I've got. I just don't have a a big rod to put on it yet. You know, one of those 9 foot cat rods. All the rods I got are small to medium size. But these suckers work. I mean, I've landed like this particular rod and reel combo with just maybe 2 pounds heavier line. I landed 50-pound flathead, not more than what 10 or 12 feet down that way. Let's see, Chaos Goat, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Let's see, Chaos Goat says cheers. And see, Crazy says the nicest thing I found fishing was a Delumis rod. Yeah, that's an expensive one. I usually find like a rod tip here and the butt of the rod on another trip, and like, yeah, they'll go together. No worries if they're 2 different colors. It'll work. Because if you notice, that rod doesn't go with that butt, but it fits. That's all that matters. There's a big one just busted up. That's way out of my. You need 10 ounces of weight to hold where that fish was. Yeah, that's a traveling fish there. That's look like one of those big blue cat. Probably just starting to move upstream, thinking about finding a place to bed up. Thinking about it. They're not there yet. They're thinking about it. I wish I'd have gotten out earlier, but that time change just screwed me up royally. Yep, it messed me up pretty good. If I was gonna reel it in, it's just I was snagged on something I didn't want it to get worse. Because where it's at, there are a few chunk rocks sitting around. I gotta watch that stuff. I don't want to lose that weight cost like $1.50 or something. Crazy says pulled it out of the river. Oh yeah, that makes sense. A lot of people are gonna have them pull in on you. Here comes those 2 geese. That's the same 2 geese that, you know, this is their territory. I see them hanging around all the time down here. That's a bad loss with your gain. Let's see, Crazy says nothing wrong with it. Cleaned it up and used it till I sold it and wish I never did. Yeah, sorry about that. I never wind up selling reels. I'll wear them out. You know, I go 4 or 5 days a week fishing, so even the best of reels and rods, you're gonna wear the suckers out eventually. They don't make stuff to last forever. I mean, if they did, they'd go out of business, to be honest. Makes sense. To be honest, a lot of my cheaper reels are the ones that last better than the expensive ones. If I wind up paying $100 online for a nice reel, it'll wind up breaking on me in 6 months. And this reel I've had for well, this one I've had like I said, like 10 years. I'll bring it out every once in a while. I don't like using it too much. I've had it for a long time, but let's see. 9 people in, 59 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, the sun is down below the horizon here. We're just going to kind of sit here and wait for that sun once it gets over to the other side of the river over there in Illinois. Hoping I can get a couple more fish on for you guys, but they kind of calm down after sunset down here, especially this time of the year. Now, if this was summer this time of the year, it'd be big blue cat and flathead time, but this time of the year, not so much. They want the heat. All right, one last bomb out here, as deep as I can get her. Yeah, it's past my knot. That's a dangerous one. Watch you get a fish now. Yeah, I've got on this bait caster, I think I have 8 or 10 pound. I can't remember right, but I have like 20-pound braid underneath it. I've probably got about 40 yards of that heavy braid on there. Might as well put another worm on this one. We're getting close to the end of the day, folks. Always a beautiful day down on the river. You can see something's been chewing on this one again. That's where I've been getting a lot of them bites, is like that close to the bank. That current's changed right here. Right here, it turns round, and right there, it goes back that direction. So if I was like 6 feet to the right, I would be fishing that way. See, Billy Bob, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Let me just come over here. And my hands are already starting to get cold down here. There you go. Make sure to double tap so it zooms back in. See, what have I missed in the chat? See, Roman, hey, crazy. And let's see, Princey says, sub you, chaos. And Billy Bob says, with the hi. Let's see, Crazy says, hi, Frenchie. Frenchie says, hey, Billy Bob. Billy Bob says, Frenchie. Billy Bob says, just enjoying the live. Thank you. Appreciate that. I've seen you plenty of times, so I don't want to, well, a number of times, I don't want to, not worried about the wrench. The Outdoor Romans, I need 31 more subs to get to 500. Yeah, he's getting there, folks. If I can hear those geese right on the other side of the bridge over there, they're ticked off and I'm in there. This is their spot. I mean, this little back current here. Whenever I'm sitting down here, they make a ruckus right on the other side of that point. Oh, get out of our spot, you stupid human! Oh boy. Let's see, Ewas, what's going on? Thanks for coming in and thanks for coming back in. We've caught 2 drum and a white bass so far today. Not a whole lot, but you know the water's. Oh, that's a big one. Good googly. Man, that fish was like, jeez. That was definitely a blue cap, but where he is, I'm not hitting him. See Billy Bob, yeah, funnies, and Ewa says, howdy everyone. That was a big fish just busted up out there. I can hit that with my other rod, but with this one, but there's no way I'm going to hold with. You need 4 ounces of weight for sure. I mean, you need a weight friggin' the size of a baseball to hold out there. And even then, you're eventually going to wind up either snagged or down the river somewhere. Now it'd be a great spot if you were like holding in a boat right there. You could cast straight down to that and you could get them. But see that one? Guys saw that, I hope. Yeah, that looked like a blue cat slapping the surface too. I think that was a nice fish. Either a blue cat or a decent channel. Dang it. Hit my knot. Crap. Yeah, that's what happens when you cast past your knot in your line. You wind up with a backlash. Not too bad, though. As soon as I felt to do that, I stopped it with my thumb. I want to hit where that fish is, and I could do it with this rod. It's just I'm down basically like 30 yards to my knot. That's about where that fish was. Pretty close to the bottom of my spool. I need to refill that, seriously. I've been neglecting it. But that gives me an idea for tomorrow. If I'm fishing like over there, I can hit that spot better. Keep getting that crap on the line and keep bringing it in. Half my worm's gone. Suckers. They got clever down here. Had another fish hooked earlier. Felt like a pretty good one. Pulled off on me. Of course, it's on my light rod right by the bank. Let's see what's going on with the chat. I backed off a step. Oops. See, more than I caught today. I got a big, oh, big skunk. I see the little skunky symbol. Yeah, I hate them skunks. And Zion, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? Zion says, "What's up, Pop? What's popping, y'all?" Not a whole lot. We've caught a few fish today. Not a whole. One drum about a pound. One white bass about a pound, and another drum about maybe half pound. Couple. Definitely worth the run down here. And I enjoy spending time with you folks on chat and doing all that other fun stuff. NJ Gar, what's going on? Thanks for coming in. Thank you. Appreciate you. What is going on? NJ says, "What's up, guys?" And Ewa says, "Hi, Zion." Not a whole lot. Like I said, we caught a few today. The water's still pretty cold. As soon as the sun left this shoreline, they kind of slacked off on us. I might have to go down tomorrow and get some like some bluegill or something for cut bait. And go over to a Fallon Park, grab our fairgrounds, one of the two, with the rest of these worms, and get a couple decent bluegill to cut up for bait. That's bite. He's hitting it pretty good. That's way out there. Got him. Got him. That's pretty good fish. That was way out there. Boy, that fish is coming up to, oh, that's a, what have I got? I think I got a sturgeon. Yep, I got a sturgeon. That ain't a very big sturgeon, but it's a sturgeon nevertheless. Wow, that's an incredible little fish there, folks. These guys are kind of tricky to handle. You got to grab them right behind the gill rickers. Well, look, that's just an awesome little fish. Let me see if I can show them off to you without getting cut to pieces. That's a heck of a way to end a trip. Just a beautiful sturgeon. These guys are dinosaurs. That's a shovel nose. That's a beautiful fish. Little thingy on the tail. Little itty bitty eyeballs. All right, see you, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, that is a heck of a way to end the trip. I can't beat that. I cannot beat that, folks. Yeah, I can't beat that. Yep, shovel nose. What is that thing? Yeah, that was a sturgeon. Yeah, my finger got cut too, just trying to hold them. They are like razor blades, to be honest, around their bodies. Well, heck, we tell you what, we got 15 minutes till we break the 3-hour barrier. Heck, we might as well fish another 15 minutes. Yeah, we might as well fish another 15 minutes, break that 3-hour barrier. Yeah, that was out there. I mean, that was like 30 yards from the shoreline. That was at the limits of the cast range. He just kept hitting on it. I mean, I just watching it like pull. They usually don't. They get a lot bigger down here. There's some lake sturgeon in this river, probably over 150 pounds. And the pallet sturgeon are endangered. They get 30 or 40. Those shovel nose, they only get like, I think 7 or 8 pounds. But they fun. You never know what you're going to catch down on the river. You never know what you're going to find down on the river. I'm sure if someone come down here that knew what they were doing, that just fished for sturgeon all the time, they could catch a mess of them. They can get some big ones. I don't concentrate on them. I fish techniques that they're going to hit, but for the most part, I'm kind of a novice when it comes to fishing for them. Yeah, she was out there. I mean, to the limits of my casting range. We got crap all over the screen. Ewa says, hey, and Ewa says, what got white and we got white and green sturgeon, huh? Jay Fishing says, Zion. Ewas, hey. Outdoor says, gotcha. Ewas, they got about 10 feet and 100 years old. Wow, those are big guys. Yeah, they're definitely like those lake sturgeon down here. Felt some peck on it. I just dropped it. Just dropped it again. Let's see, Mary Turner says, Thunderstuck says, congratulations, Mr. Mike. Let's see. Tell them thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, you don't get many of them sturgeon down this part of the river anyways. You go down there just around the arch grounds. They got like these bricks that go way down. There's some down there, but I don't see them much down here. Ewa says, howdy again, Mrs. Turner, sorry. See, Zion says, hi, J Fishing. Sorry about that, Julie. Oh, boy. Yeah, that sturgeon got my finger again. Dadgummit. That finger was just healing. See, 6 people in, 64 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're just going to give her a few more minutes. The sun's about 3/4 of the way over on the Illinois side. Boy, that fish found it fast, too, out there. That was surprising. Must have hit it in the head. US says, hi, Jay Fishing. Let's see, I'll say hey back to Justin. Yeah, I can control while I'm doing this. I don't do this much. And I'll say hi to Bob too. Hey Bob, still out fishing. Drop a thumbs up too. And people in 64 thumbs up. Hey, that's very good for Sunday. I usually don't get many views on Sundays. Oh, there's a bite on the one out there deep. Or nope, that's me. I must have cast over my line, dadgummit. Have to cast that downstream further so I don't. All right, that's back out. Seems okay. See what's going on with this one. Nothing much. I did that again. What that time I did a little worse. Crap. Come on, let go. Oh, there it goes. Now it comes off. Uh-oh. Let's bite on this one out here again. Oh, missed him. I just let him pull it down to the water. Crap, what am I supposed to do there? Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to put some new line on this reel if I'm going to be casting out that far tomorrow. Or the next day or something. Because I do have a nailless nail knot connecting my 2 lines. But even that's not 100%. Hey, we got 3 species of fish today. All right, we're back. Back. See, Zion says, hi, G Fishing. Yeah, I really wasn't planning on fishing, to be honest. I'm reading Justin's live chat. Oh yeah, Justin wasn't planning on fishing either. He was working today too. I'm sure he just had a little spare time, and after yesterday's fiasco with the guys trying to run him over with the dang boat, he probably wanted to get out there again. Best thing to do when you have a bad day out fishing, get out fishing again the next day. Let's see, Danny says, you rocked the day again, Mike. I'm doing okay. I like I said, I enjoy coming out here, Danny. We're just trying to break the 3-hour mark. So Miss Turner says, hey, boss. So we've caught 1, 2, 3, 4 fish today. Not bad. I mean, shoestring redworms, super cold water temps. Yeah, any day out fishing is a good one. Any day out fishing is a good one, folks. Oh, there's a bite. He started pecking on it. Peck. Yeah, I guess we're not going to break the 64 thumbs up. It's Sunday. I know that people are busy with friends, family, just taking a break from work, just relaxing. So I know I don't get that many views and thumbs up on Sundays, but I enjoy everyone that comes in. I appreciate it so much. Just taking a little bit of your time out during the day, that's so important to me. It is. It really is. See Rue with the thumbs up. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Really do. Let's see, 2 hours and 50 minutes in. We've got 10 minutes to go, folks, before we break the 3-hour barrier. Just in time for that sun to set across the river over there. And I know you guys want me to try other spots, but heck, I'm catching fish here. Why should I go 3 miles up the river or down the river right now when there's fish here? The dead of summer, things die off down here a lot of times. So I can check all kinds of places everywhere, but I'm catching fish here. Why should I move? Why? If it starts getting up in the trees, if it ever gets that high, I have to go upriver. Because there ain't nowhere to fish down here. Yeah, he got it. Boy. Then he says, hi, you was. And Rude with the thumbs up. Danny with the hi, Rude. It's just a beautiful evening, a beautiful sunset. He was says, howdy, Danny. Howdy, Danny. And Jay, with our only donation for our to our Cash App today, he got 10 setups. I'm getting some gunk on my line here. It's kind of fouling up the line. All right, I think that's good now. Oh, here comes the geese. Remember I was talking to you about them? They're swimming up the current right now. When they get to here, they'll go right by. I'm gonna stay down. Hopefully, I don't spook them. They're right there, just slowly working their way upriver. I guess they'd had it with me sitting here. Here they come. That's two big Canadian geese too. Yeah, this is their spot. I'm the intruder. This is their home. You guys should be seeing them on the feed just in a second. Yep, there they go. I think they're getting used to me. That's the closest they've ever gotten. Hi, buddies. Yeah, I'm guessing, you know, river Canadian geese are a lot stronger than the ones up the lakes. Because everything they eat down here is natural. I mean, they're not eating like bread and corn and other stuff. They're gonna hit my other line again. Oh well. One more flip before we finish her up for the day. Yep, that's them two Canadian geese that have been down here. Let's see. Rude says, Dan. Nine people in, 45, 65 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, the 3 hour barrier is always the one where this goes dead on us. Because you know the mic feed don't last but 3 hours. I gotta get, there's a little portable Yep, our feed's gone dead, so folks, we're just past the 3-hour barrier. Yep, we have just passed her up. Give her just a few more seconds here while I show you guys the beautiful shoreline down here. Just that sun setting across the river, that current moving across. Yep, just a beautiful day out here. Just beautiful. Just gonna have my old saying, folks. Good luck, stay safe, hope to see you on the water, my friends. Thanks Fishing, Jay Fishing, thanks Rude, thanks Danny, thanks Kaija for coming in, thanks Ewas, thanks Miss Turner, thank you Chaos Goat, thank you NJ Guard, thank you guys for coming in. I'll see you on the next one, my friends. See ya.